What's up guys, Skitty here. Today I'm going to bring you the tournament winning deck with Magnezone. Now before we get into it, don't forget to slap the button so hard just like parents used to slap you are not a kid, and sub the channel for free so you never miss out on Pokemon Pocket content. Now let's take a look at Magnezone. So with 3 energy only, you deal 110. That is not bad. It's kind of like a Yanmega, right? Yanmega deals 120 and discards 1 energy. But the thing is, Yanmega is a stage 1, Magnezone is a stage 2. But the good thing about Magnezone is a non-EX Pokemon, so after it gets KO'd, you only give up 1 prize card. So now let's take a look at how things are done with this deck. 110, you might think, it does not KO enough things, right? But how did this deck get such an awesome result as, the top 3 places? You have Druddigon to, get some rough skin damage off. And of course, you can use Rocky Helmet to deal additional damage to big threats. Then again, we got DARKRAI here. Yeah, DARKRAI is basically one of the best Pokemon in this set. You slap a dark energy onto it, and it just deals 20 damage to the active Pokemon. You can do this from your first turn, that is if you're going second. Yeah, so imagine a Greninja Ping during your first turn. Sometimes with stuff that hits hard, you claim victory like right away. So yeah, this thing is so broken. And now let's take a look at Magnezone. Okay, with Magnezone you deal 110, right? And then with DARKRAI you deal 20. So essentially it's a combo that deals 130 damage in 1 turn. So okay, you might think, sometimes it's kind of short of KOing stuff, right? So say Magnezone, it has 140 HP, 130 does not get the KO. So that is why we mentioned you can use Druddigon to take away some of their HP, just chip them down. And then of course with Rocky Helmet as well, they can help you deal with bigger threats. But of course, sometimes we are just 10 damage short of getting that important KO. So if you run into those kind of situations, I would definitely recommend putting in a Giovanni, which I don't have here because most of the time I get enough damage onto the opponents. So now let's take a quick look at the deck profile. We got the new Magnemite. Okay, remember, this Magnemite is very important. Why don't we use the old Magnemite? I'm going to show it to you really quickly. So the old Magnemite requires 1 electric type energy to deal 20. So in this deck, we do not run any of those. We only run dark type energies, as you can see, because with Darkrai, you need a lot of dark energies to attack. And of course, with Darkrai's ability, you only get the 20 damage off if you if you attach a dark type energy to Darkrai. So if you get electric energy here, it sucks. So remember to turn off the lightning type energy. So you might ask, with Magnezone you have to have 1 electric energy and you'd have to discard 1. Then how do we achieve that? Well, without lightning energy, we rely on Magnezone to attach an electric energy to itself. So we can actually cheat out some electric energies even without running any in the deck. So yeah, let's take a quick look at the rest of the deck. So Magnezone, Magnemite, and Magnezone of course. And we've got DARKRAI to just be very pesky. Sometimes you have to be careful with DARKRAI though. If they KO your DARKRAI, you lose 2 prizes or 2 points in this game. It's quite annoying. Druddigon is very important. If you get the Druddigon into the front, it's still like the best war in the game. Yeah, the chipped damage serves you so well. Then of course we got 2 Pokeballs, 2 Professors of Research, then we got 2 Leaves, 1 Sabrina. It's quite important to get your Druddigon out of the active spot in a lot of times, so I have run 2 Leaves for this deck. If you think, okay, the 10 damage is a little more important, you can swap that out with a Giovanni. Then we got Pokemon Communication. Sometimes you just need to fetch that Magnezone out of your deck like ASAP. Or if you have Magnezone way too early, you want to swap for like Magnemite or Magneton. So one copy of Pokemon Communication just to make this deck a bit more consistent. Because sometimes I feel like running two communications is a little clunky. If you drop both of them into your hand very early on, you don't have any Pokemon, then they're just completely dead cards. So I don't want that to happen too often, so I only run one copy. Then of course Giant Cape, just to get your Magnezone out of that kill range for 150, which is on a lot of Pokemon in the current meta. And of course Rocky Helmet, just to chip away some more health. If you have trouble, as mentioned, just run one more Rocky Helmet, I guess. And this is it, guys. This is the deck profile. And let's jump right into some games and see how good this deck really is. Guys, I can't wait to upload my Palkia guide. Yeah, the Palkia deck is not as strong as expected. But of course, when we see the, oh, you have to discard 3 water energy, we all know it's not gonna be that good. The thing is, this guy is almost getting the correct setup. All they need is another Eevee back there. With this deck, if you don't start with Manaphy, you probably just lost. Because you really need that Manaphy to start pumping energy onto your water Pokemon, or any of your Pokemon, as soon as possible. Otherwise, it's just not gonna work. Because if you don't do that as soon as your first turn starts, like, you know what they did here? They actually got a perfect start. I'm so envy. Honestly, I don't see that very often. That's why I'm green with Anthe. But thing is, you have to start getting water energy onto your Pokemon as soon as your first turn, which is, you know, when you're going second. If you go first, then this deck sucks as well. But well, back to our Magnezone deck. This is the Magnezone deck card, right? Okay, I do have my Darkrai, so my setup is actually perfect as well. I got my Magneton on the second turn while I'm going first, so it's all good. And I start ramping up energy onto that Magneton. Then when I evolve into Magnezone, I can start hitting like once per turn. Usually you can get like at least 2 energy onto it, so sometimes you might want to delay where your Magnezone evolves, so you can get more energy onto your Magneton. If you cannot attack yet, there's no point evolving into your Magnezone, right? Because if you do that, you're just losing out on 1 electric type energy, which you don't want to happen. Oh, this is very annoying. The Manaphy is feasting on everybody. And I don't really got a way to deal with that. Like, the Manaphy is going to get off another one. Oh, even with my attachment on Darkrai, I can't kill it off. So that is a little annoying on my part. As you can see with the Giant Cape, your Magneton has 100 HP. I was actually so close to going for the KO here, but nope, don't do that, never do that. Don't be too rash. I mean, rash nature is quite nice, but as a person playing Pokemon Pocket, you don't want to be too rash. Okay, what's this guy about to do? I mean, everything looks looking great for them. They got a Vaporeon. Washout is so important in this deck. If you don't have it, your Palkia just hits once and then there's nothing you can do about it. I have no idea why they would do this. Honestly, I think this is a blunder. If they just keep attaching energy, I think they would have just won the game. Because there's no better way of playing Manaphy than this. Gosh, they got so many energies. I think this is without a Misty, right? So they are just so lucky. But that, as mentioned, might just be the blunder that cost them the game. Okay, what do I want to do now? There's Sabrina though. Let's see what they bring out. Okay, that's nice. If they bring out Manaphy, I can KO that with your Darkrai ability. So do not sleep on that, guys. I mean, yeah, no pun intended. It's Darkrai, sleep. But anyways, if you can, just drag something out, kill that off with your ability. Then you can still attack. Which is why this deck is so strong. Okay, I don't have my supporter for the turn, so I guess I'm just gonna chill. I mean, if you can retreat and take another KO after KOing something with your Darkrai ability, then it's just a big win for you. But now I'm just gonna chill out so my Magnezone can attach to himself next turn. I'm not really afraid of red card because I don't think people run that anymore. Simply because it's not a very good card to start with. Most of the time it helps your opponent more than it disrupts. But more on that later. So now is our time to start wrecking. Okay, I evolve into my Magnezone. And then I start setting up my second Magnemite. This is a little too annoying because with a Giovanni, the Palkia actually KOs us. Which is why we bring the cape here. So without the cape, they KOs you. With the cape, they have to have a Giovanni in hand. But at this point of the game, if they have a Giovanni in their deck, maybe even two, they might have drawn it. So I'll just have to hope they don't got it. If they don't got it, we win for sure. If they do, then it's looking a little too tough. Oh, Sabrina, I think it's alright. Since we got a leaf in hand, we can go Dragon. We can just leave next turn and start slapping them hard. And next turn, I can start building up my second Magnemite with all that electric energy running. I just don't like calling it lightning energy. Yeah. But hey, we chip them again with the Dragon, and now we got enough to KO them, even through the cape. I mean, that's game, right? I honestly don't get that Sabrina. Like, the Sabrina, I could just pick what to drag out. I mean, if that were a Cyrus, then it might have been a little too worse for me. But anyways, without Cyrus and just a Sabrina, it's not good enough to win him the game. So there we go. We claim victory. After that, of course, we have a lot of bursts with Magnezone, and then we just attach energy to do 20 more damage to our, with our Darkrai. And that's it, guys. This is how strong this deck really is. And of course, do not forget to sub for free and stay tuned for more awesome Pokemon TCG content. With Pocket, of course. It's been so hard, just like parents used to sub you when you were a naughty kid. Now, have a nice day and enjoy the rest of the games.